Hey guys, Marty here, welcome back to Snappy Videos. Today we're going to be taking a look at our original Digimon Virtual Pet. We're going to be fixing this guy up, guys. It all works fine as we saw in the last video, but it needs a bit of a clean. The screws are not in the best shape, the chain's rusty, I've actually taken it off, and just the screen and the buttons and that just need a general clean. So that's something we're going to do in today's video, so stick around and let's get to it. Alright, so what we're going to do, I've already taken the rusty chain off. Look guys, I think this is going to go in the bin, but I was kind of curious. I was looking online at some ways you can clean it just around the house. Sorry about the focus there. So we'll give that a go, but I think that's beyond restoration there. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll take these screws off of here. I'm going to get them, put them in something to clean them up. I'll also give the screen a bit of a wipe over as well. I'm thinking we'll take the chain off of this one to put on there, just so it's got a nice shiny chain for now. I'm not going to use this one for a bit anyway, although I was thinking about turning on one of my 20ths, maybe the white one. And doing a bit of stuff with that, so that could be something interesting in the future. So, alright guys, let's get all these screws out and get this chain off as well. Alright, all the screws out. Let's take the battery cover off. Might as well take the batteries out just while we're working on it as well. Not that it'll turn on because the back plate's not on, but get them out of the way, guys. Make it a bit easier if it wants to come out. There we go. Alright, so sit down there. So there we go, guys. It does need a bit of a clean just in around here and stuff. It's a bit dusty, so I'll do that in a moment. But we have all the screws here, which is really good, so we'll go and put them in something now to hopefully clean them up a little bit. Just a bit of an idea I found online. I thought I'd give it a go, see what happens. Alright, now let's take the chain off of this one. Alright guys, there we go. As you can see, that kind of took a bit of wrestling to get that off. Some of these screws are in rather tight, especially this one here I couldn't quite get. You can get a better screwdriver at the top of it, you can kind of put pressure on and still spin it, so that'd probably be better for these. So if you guys are going to take yours apart and the screws are a bit sticky, that's not a bad idea. We've got that chain off now anyway. I'll just put these screws back in and then we'll compare it. Alright, all back together guys. Just seems a bit weird about the chain on there. Alright, so the old chain, rusty, the new chain, really shiny. So this one will clip on there, looks like going perfectly fine, so we'll put that on there. Yeah, that's basically it there guys, we've got the chain done, and let's go and clean up these screws and give this screen a wipe down. Alright guys, we're in the kitchen of all places, a bit of an odd place to be for this. Just ignore the humming in the background, there's my fridge. Yeah, I read a thing online that apparently you can use like Pepsi or Coke to clean like rust and corrosion off the things. So we're going to do this for science. So in this one here, I won't use too much because I do want to drink some of this later. This one here we'll put in our chain. So I'm going to leave that probably overnight just to see what actually happens with that. So let's put that in there now guys. And we'll see what happens with that overnight. But I do want to clean up these screws. I don't think they will take that long. Give it a go though guys, for science, right? Digimon science. That should be enough. Drop them all in. Yeah, apparently like just eats away at the stuff on them, so I think you do the same thing like vinegar and stuff as well. Alright guys, science. Let's leave that there for, we'll leave these for a few hours. Leave the chain probably overnight. And yeah, we'll come back later and hopefully they're cleaned up, ready to go back on the device. Now let's go clean up the rest of it. Guys, check out the bubbles coming off of the chain. That's got to be eating away at some of that rust, hey. Let's we'll check out the screws, see if it's the same sort of thing going on, but that's definitely going to do some of that rust, which is great. Not so much happening on the screws there, although you can't really see on the camera, but there's a lot of bubbles on them, so I imagine it's doing something to them, but not as much as that chain, guys. That chain looks wicked.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, it's been a couple of hours, so I think we're pretty good here. I did have a quick look at them before, and some of the screws look pretty good, so what we'll do is we'll get them all out now, and we'll dry them up and have a bit of a look. I'm just using tongs because I don't want to get sticky Pepsi all over my hands, and I will have to rinse these as well obviously. But yeah, just read about this online. Hopefully it works with these screws and our device will be looking shiny. I also do want to have a quick look at the chain just to see how terrible it looks. So I'll try and get it on the camera without getting rusty water all over the bench. Alright, ready? Just bring it across. It's definitely taken like a lot of, well, not a lot of it, but like the chunky bits off. I'll leave it in there anyway overnight, like I said, and I'll give you guys a bit of an update on how that looks in another video anyway. Alright, I'm going to get these dried up and wash them, and yeah, we'll go and sit down and we'll put everything back together. Alright, so just looking here, it's a bit hard to tell on the camera, but these guys here, they're all they've been soaked in the pepper tea, they've been washed, dried, and they actually look really good. So I think these are good now. If we go and start reassembling our device, we can finally start using it, which is amazing. So let's go, let's get to it. Awesome guys, exciting bit. So we have our device here. I did clean it, but it looked like the video didn't actually didn't record properly, so it's a lot cleaner anyway. There's a little bit of dust on it from sitting here, but the device is looking a lot cleaner. The screen looks way better. It feels better too. Like there was that layer, you could just feel it was dirty. It's definitely a lot cleaner now, guys, which is good. Screws aren't in yet, obviously. That's the next thing to do. We've got our batteries, our cover, our device. Can't really see here, but we've got the screws. The chain I took from my 20th, and all the screwdrivers a man could need. Not really. We probably need some more. This will be enough to do this device, though. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put this chain on, put all the screws back in, and then we can get this device working and make some amazing content actually using it, because I'm really excited to use it, battle it against the other devices, the newer devices, and actually just look at in general at the way the device works, because it's been a long time, obviously, guys. So let's get this in here now, and let's put some screws in, and we'll be back shortly. Oh, I just had to film it, pause the filming there, guys, for a second, because yeah, apparently I'd left a screw in the Pepsi. So this one's clean as well, which is really good. So let's continue screwing this in, and we'll be back shortly. Amazing, look at that, guys. All set, ready to go. I was a bit worried the buttons didn't work then, but obviously we have to set the time before we use it. I'm not going to set the time now, guys, because we're going to do that in another video where we get to play with this guy, which is going to be awesome. Alright guys, I'll leave you with some amazing shots of this device looking clean. And yeah, we've restored it enough. Obviously I do need to get like an original looking chain, but this looks amazing as it is.